Alright, Shalom, brothers. First and foremost, we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS, the great millstone who rule, and salutations to all ye Akim on the highways and byways that's noising this gospel abroad on the four corners of the earth and to the ears of the elect. Out of the brother Zion, out of GMS Boston. Again, with another sit-down show on my channel. And here, man, it's a so-called new year, right? The spirit of prophecy, and it's been deemed the spirit of prophecy. So part of prophecy is what, matter of fact, one of the main prophecies was these curses, right, coming upon our enemies, right? So as you see on the screen here, right, you got two Edomites, man. These Edomites are slumped the hell out. Edomite couple on some good dope, right? On some good heroin, some China white. All right, you see one bitch biting the pavement, and her husband's laid out, like his back is about to break. Like somebody, he got punched by Debo. Alright, so, now, let me say this about this too. See, Esau has to keep this squeaky clean image of himself. So, they're real careful. Esau's media arm is the propaganda arm of white supremacy. So-called white supremacy. Alright, and part of his media is to keep a squeaky clean image of himself. Alright, and we know that the so-called white man is not clean. He's not pure. Right, we call him the so-called white man because white means, that's exactly what white means. It means to be clean. It means to be pure. Alright, it means innocent. It's righteous. He's far from righteous. So he's a liar. So through his media, right, through his billboards, through his articles, through Hollywood, they paint this image of them being clean. But in all actuality, they're dirty. So this serves as a double-edged sword, right? Because throughout time, it helped them on the short term. It helped them in the propaganda. It helped them with propaganda. It helped them. It put them on a pedestal, right? But when the truth is that this opiate epidemic is killing them left and right. See, when you hide something, you sweep something underneath the rug, what happens is you appear to be clean, but you're dirty. And you can only sweep dirt underneath the rug for so long. See, for so long, matter of fact, for so long, they've put us on the news. They've exposed us, right? And anything Jake did, they put us on the news. They blasted us. Now we living in a time in which it's time for you to get exposed, man. It's lucky, brothers. Alright, so now it's time for you to get exposed. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 2. 47, verse 2. Take the millstone and grind mill. Uncover the locks, make bare the leg. Uncover the thighs, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I would take vengeance, and I would not meet thee as a man. Right? So the nakedness of the so-called white man is being exposed, man. Is being exposed, right? So when you hide this, you're not getting rid of the problem. And the way the system is set up, right? This plague is one of the plagues that is written. The plagues that hit Egypt, it was going to be worse of plagues that's going to hit America. And this plague is not going nowhere. It's here to stay. You could look to the right of the screen, right? You see Esau, right? White people are #1 in drugs, violence, arrest, welfare, and etc. Right? This is the truth. This is the truth right here. The opioid crisis karma comes to white America. All right? So it's time for Esau to be exposed. So I got this article here I want to read. Right? So it says the C.D.C, this is the Center of Disease Control, sharp rise in drug overdose among white middle-aged. Healthy Day News. Drug overdose deaths have nearly tripled in the U.S. since 1999, and really it tripled since the invasion of Afghanistan. Right? So we're gonna look into it, and we're gonna see where the majority of the dope comes from, man. So when these troops protest, Slaki, when these American peons get upset at football players protesting at football games by the kneeling of the knee, and they cry and complain that they're disrespecting the military. The average U.S. peon, right? You white people should be protesting the military or protesting the government. Your government is sending your children out, right? Out into the Middle East, into Afghanistan, right? To guard poppy seed fields for huge pharmaceutical companies to profit billions of dollars, feeding you opiates that are ultimately killing you. You go to the doctor for a headache, they prescribe you some opiates, right? Your prescription stops. Next thing you know, you in the streets sucking rod, right, for some dope. Right? They try to hide the truth, but out where I live, you can't ride for 10 minutes without seeing a so-called white man or woman nodding out on dope. Not all people doing dope. It's not cool to smoke crack in the hood no more. That shit was in the 80s, man. To shoot dope no more. Right? These things are for white people, man. They put out that crackheads are so-called black people, but that's far from the truth. It's these Edomites that are on drugs at 100 miles per hour, drinking and drugging, shooting heroin, sniffing coke. Let them do stop and frisk over there in Hollywood or in Beverly Hills. Police officers pulling over random cars, man. You know how much drugs you're gonna find? So-called white man likes to pull out statistics, right? But it's a known, proven fact that so-called black Hispanic man, Native American, is 10 times more likely to go to prison for crimes their Edomite counterparts commit. So while they are the main ones using and selling drugs, the nation of Israel is the main one being put in prison for. Going back to this article, it says the largest increase seen of whites in the middle-aged Americas, according to a February data brief published by the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention, National Center for Health Statistics. All right, let's go down. The researchers also found that drug overdose deaths have risen among whites at a rate of about 7% each year compared to 2 a year for black and Hispanics. Notice how it's the same thing. The overdose rate among whites in 2015 was nearly 3.5 times the rate it was in 1999. And you say 99, but again, it's going into since the invasion of Afghanistan. Drug overdose deaths increased from 99 to 2005 in all age groups, but adults aged 45 and 50 had the highest death rate. 30 fatalities for every 100,000 people. Heroin accounted 1/4 of the overdose deaths in 2015, tripled the rate in 2010. Right? Hedegaard told Health Daily other opiates, both synthetic and natural, such as oxycodone and hydrocodone, accounted for another 24% of the overdose deaths in 2015, down from 29 in 2010. 4 states, West Virginia, New Hampshire, Kentucky, and Ohio, lead the nation with the highest overdose deaths, according to the report. And we know who live in those states, right? The good old state of West Virginia, right? Dirty, filthy Edomites. New Hampshire, I believe New Hampshire is 98% white, man. Kentucky, Ohio, right? You goddamn Edomites, man. Let's go to the scripture. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Right? You so-called white people, you hate the so-called black man. That's why you put dope and drugs in our neighborhoods in the 80s. You did these things. So now the scripture again, we're gonna keep nailing this point across. It is written, you reap what you sow. Right? Don't be deceived. The Heavenly Father is not mocked. Whatever a man soweth, that shall he reapeth. Right? And we ain't gonna feel sorry for we ain't gonna feel sorry for the so-called Edomite. Here's a clip. Look at this clip. Right, so this is Galatians chapter 6, verse 7. It says, be not deceived, the Most High is not mocked, for so a man soweth, that shall he reapeth. So-called white men started using drugs to infiltrate our neighborhoods, to destroy our people. Now look at the little Edomite devil. Look at the little pathetic look on his face, man. Look at his parents. This little kid's gonna grow up to be shit. This little kid's gonna grow up to be a goddamn, shoot up some school somewhere or something. Look at the little demonic look in his eyes, man.
Driving erratically. After nearly hitting a school bus that was dropping kids off, the SUV eventually skidded to a stop. The cop approached the vehicle and saw the driver was high as a kite. A woman was passed out next to him and a 4-year-old was in the back. The driver claimed he was bringing the woman to the hospital and attempted to drive away. He passed out after the cop grabbed the keys from the ignition to stop his escape. A pink powdery substance was found in the front seat, and both adults were revived before being taken to the hospital. The two are facing multiple charges, while the boy, who turns out to be the woman's son, is with child services. East Liverpool police posted the photos on Facebook along with a warning. But while some Facebook users were on the same page, others slammed the social shaming, especially for broadcasting the child's face. What do you think? Is it a yay or nay for the cops? Sound off with a comment below.
Yeah, you see? They shamed the media, right? Because they gotta keep this image of the so-called white man being perfect. But look at these goddamn devils, man. This fucking fat, out of shape. You know, this is who rules over us, man. This is who rules over. Look at this guy, man. Look at this guy. This guy's a cheeseburger away from a goddamn heart attack, man. big fat greasy nigger woman too. Alright, so hey man, that was just a quick video exposing the shame and to let you guys know that hey, this is all prophecy, man, coming to pass. We living in the year of prophecy, baby. Alright? It's time for your skirt to get lifted up. Shalom.